How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFL Week 15 prediction video. And as you'll notice, I'm doing this on Monday instead of on Tuesday because college football regular season is over, and I have for the next 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks, the NFL season, I'll be doing my predictions on Monday instead of Tuesday. So let's get into this. Thursday night game, we got Cincinnati Bengals at the Philadelphia Eagles, and if you notice there, I didn't say Bengals at time. If you watch my prediction videos regularly, just about every single time I've said Bengals instead of the Beagles instead of the Bengals, and it's anyways. I think Philadelphia definitely disappointing season. Defense not playing well, bad quarterback play, bad offensive play overall, really. And Cincinnati, good team, young team, Andy Dalton and AJ Green, young offense, defense that's growing, playing a little bit better. And with that said, I'm going to go with the Bengals in this game. I think they'll get it done. I think Eagles are going to make it a little bit closer than most people are predicting, 2 or 3 touchdown win by the Bengals. So I'm going to go 24-13 Bengals in this game. Sunday games. Really good game to start off the day with the New York Giants at the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons coming off a bad loss against the Panthers. Giants coming off a pretty big win. And the final score of that game was 52-27 over New Orleans, and that was definitely unexpected. I think I did predict the Giants would win that game, but not by that big of a margin. But man, this is gonna be a really tough game. Atlanta, I think, will somehow win this game. Don't know why, but they did struggle last week. I don't think they're gonna struggle 2 weeks in a row. They're playing at home. I think Matty Ice and company's gonna be ready to play. I think the Giants keep it a really close game. I say a field goal game, but I think in the very end, playing in the Georgia Dome, I think the Falcons get the W because they're not going to lose 2 in a row. They've only lost 2 on the season, so they're not going to lose 2 in a row. So I'm going to go Falcons. Let's go 27-24 Falcons over the Giants. Minnesota at St. Louis. 2 defenses that have been a little bit better than people expected this year. Both offenses aren't too great, but I mean, it's as long as you have a good defense, you're going to be all right. Both teams coming off close wins. The Rams coming off a 15-12 win over the Buffalo Bills, and the Vikings come off a 7-point win against the Bears. And that was definitely a shocker. I mean, Minnesota's defense got it done in that game, and they beat the Bears, which is a really, really good football team. So I think a very low-scoring game. I say under 17 points, or about 17 points for both teams. I'm gonna go field goal win. Vikings over the Rams. I'm going to go 17-14. Vikings and Adrian Peterson find a way to get it done and win by a field goal. Jacksonville Jaguars at Miami. Jacksonville. I hate to say they're a bad team because they beat the Titans. They beat my Titans, but they realistically are a bad team, and the Titans realistically are a bad team. But anyways, Miami's been playing decent football as of late. Jacksonville coming off a loss against the Jets. Actually, it was 17-10 Jets over the Falcons. And Miami is coming off a 14-point loss to the San Francisco 49ers. Man, this is a tough game. The Battle of Florida, I guess you could say. But man, I'm gonna go Miami in this game. I think Reggie Bush, Ron Tannehill. They get it done. Jacksonville is still not a good team. Bad defense, bad offense. They can be better at times, though, with Chad Henne at quarterback. But I think in the end, Miami's a more complete team. They win by a touchdown. I'm going to go 28-21 Miami over Jacksonville. Another really good game, the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Green Bay coming off a sloppy win last night against the Lions. If it wasn't for turnovers by Matthew Stafford, Lions probably win that game. But, I mean, turnovers are a part of the game. And Green Bay's been banged up by injuries, but their defense has still been playing quite well. I mean, and as their starters and players that were injured make their way back into the starting lineup, I mean, this seems to get a little bit better at a time. And they'll definitely be on track to do well in the playoffs with everybody coming back. But I think it's gonna be a tough game playing at Soldier Field. I mean, the Bears, good team still. I mean, I know they did lose to the Vikings last week, but I mean, just a bad day for that team. Defense, still really good defense. Jay Cutler can be great one week and look like a high school quarterback the next. So we don't know what to expect from Jay Cutler, but in bad conditions, I'm going to give the Packers the win by a field goal. I think Chicago makes it very, very close. Sorry about that. But anyways, Packers. I'm gonna go Packers 24, Bears 21. Washington at Cleveland. A lot of this game depends on the health of RG3, and the health of RG3 was just announced in the press conference by Mike Shanahan. He said it was the first-degree sprain of the LCL, and whatever knee it was hurt. And they said he's not ruled out by any means for this game. And even if he wasn't ruled out, I think Kirk Cousins has the ability to win because he's the heck of a quarterback. You saw that when they came back last week with when RG3 went down. But it does look like he'll probably play in this game. And Cleveland, a good team. I mean, Cleveland's record does not show you how good of a team they are. I mean, they play teams close. A lot of their losses are very, very close. Coming off a big win against Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, Brandon Whedon's been playing so much better. He's probably been the most improved player since week 1, definitely. Trent Richardson's running the ball really well too. So I'm gonna go Washington by 1 point. I'm gonna go 21-20, Washington over Cleveland. Denver at Baltimore. It's gonna be a fun game to watch. I mean, two prestigious teams, the Broncos and Baltimore Ravens. Joe Flacco versus Peyton Manning, and Joe Flacco played pretty well last week. And they did. What was the final score in their game? I think they lost by Kirk Cousins. That's when I don't know if they won by a touchdown or not, but I know Kirk Cousins and the Redskins came back and beat the Ravens. But anyways, I mean, it's gonna be a tough game playing in Baltimore, but I think in the end it comes down to quarterbacks, Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco, and Denver has a good defense, and so does Baltimore. The Baltimore's more prone to the run, more prone to the pass. Team's all injured, and man, I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go Denver by 7 points. I'm gonna go 35-28 Denver over Baltimore. Indianapolis at Houston. It's hard to predict games with because I don't know too much about how if players are gonna be rested this week because playoffs are coming up. I don't know. I know they probably won't rest them this week, but in the weeks to come, it's gonna be hard to predict games like with that factor put into it. So that'll be tough. But Colts, so they're a heck of a football team. Beat my Titans last week. Second time they came back and beat my Titans in the fourth quarter. Houston, one of the best teams in football. They're gonna be on prime time tonight against the New England Patriots. So if you're a football fan by any means, it'll be a game to tune into. So that's gonna be a very, very competitive and fun game to watch. But I think Indianapolis gives them all they can handle. But I think in the end, Houston is too much for the Colts. Andrew Luck is I don't want to say it's a one-man team, but pretty much the team's success rides on how Andrew Luck performs. I don't think that's enough to beat a team like Houston because they're too much of a complete team. So I'm gonna go Houston by 10 points. I'm gonna go 27-17 Houston over the Colts. Man, Tampa. If it starts to rain, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be a bad thunder squall coming in soon. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Two very good offenses, defenses that are subpar. I think Tampa Bay's defense is a little bit better than New Orleans Saints. But Drew Brees, he's definitely hit a low mark. He's struggling definitely. Ever since that week where he didn't throw his the first week where he did not throw a touchdown pass, and however long it was a record. But ever since then, he's been struggling. I mean, and Tampa Bay coming off a loss last week, which I mean that wasn't really predicted by anybody. I mean, I don't think anybody saw the Eagles beating Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay's secondary is not that great, so I think it will be tough for them to beat the Saints. And I think the Saints, this is the game they're stop the skid. I think Drew Brees can play well against that Tampa Bay secondary. So Tampa Bay could surprise me and come out and win this game. I mean, they're a very young, talented team, but in the end, I think Saints end up winning by a touchdown. I'm gonna go. Let's go. I'm gonna go 31-24. Saints over the Tampa Bay. And Detroit at Arizona. Man, there's no way in this world I'm gonna pick Arizona for this game. I mean, you cannot logically pick a team to win a game after they lose 58-0. I mean, the Seahawks and Detroit are two different teams, but there's just no reason you can pick a team to win a game against any NFL team, and they just lost the game 58-0. That is ridiculous, and that's ridiculous for college, much less NFL. But for that reason alone, the terrible quarterback play, the lack of offensive production, the turnovers, the poor defense, Detroit will line up the scoreboard and beat the Arizona Cardinals 34-10 in this game. Carolina at San Diego. Carolina, I think, is going to be on a roll now. I mean, it's too late to push for any type of playoff spot with the record they have. But San Diego, I mean, they have Phillip Rivers at quarterback, so they can be good at them sometimes. But they're having a really bad season. Norv Turner is probably going to get fired at the end of the season. But they did, in fact, beat the Steelers last week by it was 34-24. And I mean, they like I said, they can be good at times, but for the most part of the season, they've been a disappointment to most people. But I think people will still pick the Chargers to win this game. But I think the Carolina Panthers are going to be on a roll. Cam Newton playing pretty good football, so I'm going to go the Carolina Panthers. The upset the San Diego Chargers at home. I'm going to go 24-20 Carolina over San Diego. The Seattle Seahawks at Buffalo Bills. Seattle's going to run all over the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills' worst rush defense in the NFL. And Buffalo's just not a good team. But either way, I'm going to go Seattle at Seattle to beat Buffalo. Russell Wilson playing pretty good football. Marshawn Lynch is going to have a heck of a game. Buffalo just doesn't have enough to beat Seattle with the defense Seattle has. And it's just a bad matchup for the Bills. So I'm going to go Seattle by 2 touchdowns. Maybe I'll go 17 points. I'm going to go 31-14. Seattle over Buffalo. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Dallas Cowboys. Battle of two really good quarterbacks, Ben Roethlisberger and Tony Romo. Or two really streaky quarterbacks, I guess you could say. But I mean, Dallas, they're playing some good football. Pittsburgh had a little backtrack last week against San Diego, like I just mentioned. But I'm gonna go Dallas in this game. I think Tony Romo and company, they're gonna beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are kind of banged up at points. I don't know if Ben Roethlisberger is still 100%. So I'm gonna go at home at Cowboys Stadium and say Dallas wins this game by 10 points. I'm going to go 27-17 Dallas over Pittsburgh. Kansas City at Oakland. Nothing really to say about this game because we all know how bad Kansas City is. I mean, it's terrible what all happened and whatnot, but they're still a bad football team, probably the worst football team in the NFL. So Oakland, I think, is nowhere near as bad as Kansas City. Carson Palmer, he's been streaky this year. Been good at times. Sometimes he's looks god awful, but I think he'll be alright against the Kansas City Chiefs. And we go Oakland Raiders 24, Kansas City 13. Two more games to go. San Francisco 49ers at the New England Patriots. Man, this is probably one of the most exciting offenses against one of the most exciting defenses. And I think if it wasn't for this game this week or tonight, the Texans and the Patriots, I think the Patriots will win this game. But playing two very, very tough opponents in a row can be very, very difficult. And I think I'm not sure if it has too much to do with what happens tonight in the game. I think it's just the fact that they're playing two tough games, two of the better teams in the NFL in 2 straight weeks. I think they're going to be beat up. I mean, they do get them at home, but I think Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith, whoever plays quarterback, I think they're going to be a little bit too much. Defense is going to play well against the New England Patriots. There might be some crazy snowy weather, but I'm going to go 49ers by a field goal. I'm going to go 24-21 San Francisco over the New England Patriots in this game. And last but not least, New York Jets at my Tennessee Titans. And it's going to be a Monday Night Football game, so it'll be we finally get to be on prime time. I think we were on prime time one time before in a Thursday night game when we beat the Steelers. We always beat the Steelers, man. We have the Steelers number. But anyways, you all know in my videos that I'm unbiased as much as I can be, and just about every game for the past month or so I've been predicting the Titans in my separate video that they're going to lose the game. But I have full confidence in this game that we're actually going to beat the New York Jets. I mean, it's an uncommon opponent that we don't play all the time. Jets, terrible, anemic offense. Their defense is bad against the run. They're good against the pass. So I think Chris Johnson's going to have a really big game, but I think he can do so. And I think we're going to beat the Jets. I think we can beat the Jets by a touchdown. Hopefully Mark Sanchez doesn't have a good game, and the way he's been playing, there's no reason to believe that he would have a good game. So I'm going to go Tennessee 27, New York Jets 17, or New York Jets 20. So yep, guys, that's been my Week 15 predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, have a great day, and roll tide, go Sox, and go Titans. See you guys later. Have a good day.